on the line I have, during our lessons, I have Miriam. She studies with me in our Lurian center already for about 3.5 years. And it's good to hear someone who already studied Kabbalah, who has experiences, and also that she can assist me. Sometimes she can ask me questions, sometimes she can correct me even. I mean, correct in the sense of to make it more apprehensive for the students. Because I don't give any courses anymore for the beginners. And this Zohar study is also not for the beginner, but in the beginning only. Now I give a little bit general knowledge, a little bit about the Kabbalah. Even then it's impossible to give it in a way that I gave it to our students, our internal students, my internal students who study already Kabbalah for about 4 years. But still, I will try it. But it is very important for you to know, I pointed out this already several times, but still I will do it, not to try to want to understand it with your head, because this will lead only to nothing. This will not give you the experience of the spirituality. This will not give you the entrance to the spiritual worlds, to experience them, and to improve your life and everything. Just be receptive. And this is very difficult, especially for a Western human being, someone who is from the West, who is built up in the West, in the West, yeah, in the West, in the West, yes, in the West. It's difficult to give up its own intellect, and no one asks you to give it up for earthly matters. In earthly matters, it's given to everyone to fix all your businesses, your everyday life. This is normal. But for the spirituality, here you must have courage. You must learn and ask yourself, ask the upper powers that manifest themselves in yourself, in your everyday life, to help you to become receptive, to build up within yourself a place, a hidden place, the temple, your own temple, where you will receive the light. In such a way you will feel what we are busy with. So this Malchut, she saw this light, and this light came to, and she built it up for the first time, a screen that would enable her to receive only this, a kind of a filter that would enable her to receive only in itself that light that would not bring her in discrepancy with the higher, with the giver. And this is called screen. And screen has in itself also from 1 to 5 powers that are called, that has the same names, Keter, Chochmah, Binah, Zeir Anpin, and Malchut. So, at the beginning of here, and this parsuf, every parsuf is built up, as I said already, in a way that it corresponds to the body of a man, of a human being. So we have a head of the spirit of the 10 Sfirot. In the head we have Keter, Chochmah, and Binah. And then the place where the head ends is like we have a mouth. And a mouth is, in Hebrew, is Peh. So Peh is the place where the Malchut, in her head, first of all, we must say that every parsuf is divided in 3 parts, like a human being, like in a human body. In head, the name of it is Rosh. Then in body, the name of it is Guf, or Toch. And the lower part, from the navel till the feet, till the feet. These are sof, the end part. So Malchut receives. How it is receiving? How it takes place receiving? First of all, the light comes to the peh, to the mouth, and then the Malchut has in her head, in her mouth, in her peh, has this screen, and the screen reflects the light that are coming from above to here, and the light that are coming to the screen is, the name of it is Or Yashar, the direct light. And it is thin. It is the light of mercy, the light of Rachamim, or Rachamim, or is light, or Rachamim. And the Malchut reflects this light. Why? Because she needs to reflect the light and then to make counting, and then to see how much she can receive in herself, because she needs to have the force, the strength to reflect, and then first reflect the light, then to enclose the light in itself, and the light of, and then to receive it. And this light that reflects, that she reflects, the name of it is Or Choser, the reflecting light, or the, how do you call it? The reflected light. Or Choser, literally the light that goes back from the Peh and above. And then this makes 10 Sfirot in the Rosh, in the head. So that the light that reflects the Or Choser reflects it up till a certain point, maybe up till a little bit, up till the Zeir Anpin, and of the light, of the incoming light, of the light Or Yashar, of the direct light. Maybe higher she can, if she has more strength, she can reflect it up till the Binah of the direct light of the Or Yashar. If she has more strength, she can do it up till the Chokhmah of the direct light Or Yashar, or even up till the Keter of the Or Yashar. And the more she can reflect it, the more she can receive it in herself. The light of her reflected light, or Choser, is thicker than the light Or Yashar. That's why this light from the Malchut embraces, as it were, the Or Yashar and leads him in itself. In the light that comes from beneath, to up, is a feminine light, and the light that comes from above downwards is the masculine light. It has nothing to do with the sexes in our world, but still it is like this. And so this reflected light makes up the kelim, kli. Yeah, how do you call it? Vessels, but it's not a word. Kli, receiver, receptacle. Vessel maybe, but remember this word. Kli, and the plural is kelim. So this reflected light, Or Choser, makes kelim. The whole correction, the whole making up of the creation, and then its correction is to make up kelim. Yeah, because the goal of the creation is to receive the light, and to receive the light we need kelim. So we see that from above is made up in such a way, is made up the tree of life, Etz Chaim, the system of the worlds by which still stay more and more real kelim appears. A kelim that definitely lead to the kelim of a human being. Because the correction, what is the correction? The process of the correction is to widen, deepen the kelim, and to make less intensive light, in order to enable the kelim to receive, to withstand the light that comes. Not that the light will blind up a person, will dominate him. But a person himself, an individual in himself must allow the light to come into his darkness. This is the way we are supposed to receive the light. And not like children that they just playing and they're spontaneous, do things what they want, or human beings who are like children, who just say, well, I'll receive the light, they receive the light, they receive just like robots. And a person must receive it like what I told you. In his dark places, he must steadily receive a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more intensive the light, like Malchut did. So, in such a way, and so the Malchut made this interaction with the direct or Yashar, with this direct light, and she received this light in herself. So Malchut widened herself and deepened herself, and from here, in herself, she made 10 Sfirot. She led 10 Sfirot in herself, in the way that the direct light, is within her, and this is the light or Chokhmah, the light of the wisdom. And her own light, or Choser, becomes surrounded light, becomes the Kilim. And this light comes now through the mouth, through the pear, into the body, like we have the body. And it comes from the body up till the place is called Tabur. And as we have also the place navel. And the same is in the belly, on our belly. There is a very strong principle, powerful principle of Arizal, of the Kabbalah, of the Arizal Ari. And he said that Mi besari echeze eloka, from my flesh I shall see the godly powers, the godly structures. And in such a way we see that it corresponds with each other, and it helps us also in such a way to understand this. But be very careful not to try to materialize something, whatever, from what you are here, what you are studying in the Kabbalah, in our study. Because no one word is speaking about our world, our material world, not the emotions, only the spiritual structures, the spiritual movements, entities, that we must build up in ourselves. We have the material for that, but it's not given to us by nature, from the birth, from our birth. Only we must. It must be the call from within us. The call that comes in ourselves it comes to one to whom it comes. There are many others who doesn't feel this need. No, they will need it in another time, maybe over several incarnations. That's not our business. But if I feel it, I must bring myself in this congruency. And in such a way, something in myself, that was before I started to learn the spirituality, the tree of life, that was like one piece of undifferentiated piece of feeling. And step by step, it's getting softer. It's getting, it becomes differentiated. It gets levels. It gets width, heights, depth. And this is the spiritual body that lives eternal. And not my outer body that dies and nothing is left from it. So the light comes now, and this interaction of the light of the Or Yashar, direct light, and the light that comes from the Malchut, from the Peh, from the mouth, the Or Choser, the reflected light. The name of it is Zivug, Zivug de Haka'ah. Zivug means like copulation, and it's like copulation. But try to remember these Hebrew words, because if you speak, because a lot of terminology of Kabbalah, almost all of it, are parts of the body, parts of or interactions between the masculine and feminine. You will find here terminology of the gynecology, all this, like what a woman has in her belly, everything, how it grows, how it works, everything is the same. You will find it in the spiritual world, because nothing comes here in this lower world that doesn't exist in the spirituality. That's why it is very, very important to remember, to recognize the first, and then to use the terminology, a holy terminology that you will hear, and not the terminology in English. Because I will not always translate it into English. Step by step, you will not, invisibly, you will see that I will, when you will already be able to follow, I will drop it, and will use the holy words with English connections, of course. Otherwise a person gets all kinds of material associations, and this is not good. So try now for the first, because you just started learning the true spirituality, the only true spirituality that exists. Try to catch yourself every time when you catch yourself with the images that you have, the material images then fix on it and just see yourself and correct yourself. And it can take a lot of time. It depends on how intense you study and how intense your wish is to become free of the material slavery, to be a master of the material world and not to hang on it, to be a slave of it. And this warning is in the first instance for our American students, more than for anyone else. And that's why my warning is for them, because the fight for the material world was with Americans so intensive that it's very difficult for them to make distance from it. That's why I say Americans, because just as it is difficult for Americans to loosen themselves from their material strivings, material nature that became in them, inherent in them, more than in any other language, other nation in the world. In the same way, when they do a great effort to loosen themselves from this, they will be also, the reward will be also, the more will be also the reward. Because the need of the great efforts is very obvious. But this name, the name of it is zivug, or zivug de haka'a, copulation, but zivug, remember this, and the haka'a means stotende, how do you say it, slashing, or like this, or smashing zivug, because it's not like zivug, normal zivug, it's zivug by which one light wants to penetrate to another, as it were, smashes it, the light, or yashar, smashes, as it were, the place of the screen, and the screen, the name of the screen, the term of the screen is masach. So it smashes the masach upon the masach, and the masach reflects it. But so that's the name of this zivug de haka, zivug van haka. So the light comes inside of this malchut, and she puts it inside here for 10 sfirot. From the peh is it keter, and then chokhmah, up till malchut of the body. And that's all where it stops. More the light is, more is impossible to draw the light under the place that we call tabur. Is impossible to draw it. Why? Because of the Tzimtzum Aleph, because of the first restriction. And the place, very important now. And now we are coming still closer. And the place from the navel, from the tabur, up till the feet, has no light of chokhmah. It has light chasadim, what we are calling the light of giving, chasadim, but it's not enough, because how the lower we are coming, in the partsuf, the heavier the wishes are over there. The term for the range of the wishes is aviyut. Aviyut means thickness. Thickness of the wish determines also the possibility to receive the light. The thicker the wish is with the masach, with the screen, the more an intense light this partsuf can, or wish can receive. But so this place under the navel stays without the light of Chokhmah. And now, but the creation should become perfect. Perfect means that there should be all the terms to receive the perfectness, but in such a way when the light can only be received till the navel and not lower, it's not perfection, because under the navel no way to receive the light now. So in such a way we will see the tendency, how we call it? The tendency of all the development of the worlds now to make some provisions to enable also this place to receive the light. So it comes the second receipt of the light, the second partsuf in the world, Adam Kadmon, Chokhmah. It comes also up till the navel, up till the tabor, and not lower, because lower it's impossible to give, is forbidden because of the Tzimtzum Aleph, the first restriction. And then comes the Binah, the partsuf of Binah, Sag. The name Sag. Why? We will learn it later. The partsuf of Binah. And the partsuf of Binah is the light of giving, yes. She wants to give. She is the mother of the lower, of the Zeir Anpin and Nukva, and Malchut. And Malchut and Zeir Anpin their place is under the navel, under the tabur. So, but she, the partsuf of Binah, has the light that we remember these 4 stages of the transformation of the light, that she didn't want to receive the light, but at the end of her development she says, yes, I will receive it, but in order to give it to my children. And her children are in this instance, and they are under the navel. So it's the Sag, the Binah, the partsuf Binah of Adam Kadmon stretches itself till the navel, and then she goes further up till the point of up to the point of this world, in order to give them the light. And then, because it's the light, still the light of Binah came here in the place where great shortages and the wishes are very heavy, wishes to receive the light of Chokhmah. And then this Malchut that was standing at the point of this world. I didn't tell about this third Malchut, because how we're coming to these three Malchuts. First Malchut is standing in the peh, in the mouth, yes, and it has 10 sfirot from here in the head, 10 sfirot of the rosh, of the head. Then we have from the peh, from the mouth, till the navel, we have 10 sfirot, and it ends with the Malchut of the guf, of the body. And then we have 10 sfirot from the third part, from the sof. Okay, we don't have them yet. I mean, they are not activated now yet, but still there is a place for them. And it ends with the Malchut that ends, Malchut of this sof, that ends at the point of this world. And now this point, in this place where under the navel, where the Binah drew in, this Malchut made a second restriction. And the second restriction, a few words, and probably we will stop with this. And about this second restriction, I will tell it later, after the interruption. Yes.